say you want it, each up in. You write books, film, song, not even there, so it end. The way you work, really, them have to respect it, my friend. Nah, I beg nobody, no.
Hello everyone, Jay Mullings from Red Mirror here, aka wickedpenman. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Got 7% battery on this drone here. Got loads of B-roll to show you, lots to do. Let me just try and get through it real quick. Apologies about the posture, I just find this is really comfortable right now, so I quite like the way I'm set up here. So if you see my hand near my crotch, or if you're getting eye of crotches, you know, my bad, but it wasn't intentional. Today's topic is what's going to happen, well, the positive things that have happened since lockdown, and I think one of the main things is I think we're becoming the new cookout nation now. In terms of outdoor gatherings, like your barbecues, your birthdays, outdoor parties, I think that's what's starting to happen a lot now, and I think that's a good thing, you know. And I also think it's cool that people are now utilizing their open spaces. Because even in a city like London, yes, it is lots of concrete, and yes, there isn't the most even distribution of open spaces. I'm seeing someone over there in a group running an exercise at the moment. But everyone is within 20 minutes of, even within 15 minutes of a green space, a large green space, somewhere where you can, you know, so I think that's one of the positive things to come out of this. I guess people are now more willing to explore where they're from, the areas they're from. They don't just stick to everywhere they know now, because they're now starting to look for new green spaces. Yes, I've been here before. I've been doing this for a great many years. Yes, I'm wondering why it took some people so long, but I'm glad they're here now. Which actually leads me on to another subject. I approached a broadcaster, which I won't name, because what's the point? I never really see the point in doing all of that, naming whatever. And my idea was, even a couple summers ago, it was about doing a travel show where, because obviously I'm always in different spaces where people approach me, some good, some bad. So even like today, a gentleman came up and asked me about my drone and how it works and what it does. And I'm happy to have those kind of conversations, because that's just genuine curiosity. And obviously you see a guy with the setup I have, it does lead people to want to ask questions. I understand that. Yeah, of course, you had to run across right now. But anyway, the other people are the people that interrupt, the people that kind of got this accusatory tone, like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? What is your purpose? All of that, the interrogation. Or, you know, nowadays they're calling them Karens and so on and so forth. I've dealt with my fair share of those. But that was not the focus of the show I wanted to do. I more wanted to show us, and then us as in people of color, well, I don't even like the term people of color, black people, right? I wanted to show black people in spaces where traditionally people wouldn't think they don't think we'd be into in terms of travel. You know, I've gone to coastal towns in the UK, I've gone to greenery, I've gone up peaks, lavender fields, all of these places where for some reason people just wouldn't think I'd be into that. I've had these conversations in a multitude of times, so it's not like it's something I've made up. This is an actual factual thing. So anyway, that was my idea, and all this person was fixated on when I broached the idea to them, because then they were like, oh, can you show us some visual examples of, you know, the kind of, you know, the caliber of work you do, like in terms of your color grading, your filming techniques, so on and so forth. I sent some beautiful footage that I cut up for this person. Really, really special footage. It was really nice. And all the person came back with was, well, you know, what you said about sometimes people approach you saying this or saying that. Can we have some examples of it? Do you have it on tape? And I'm like, yes, I've got people saying certain things to me, and yes, it's been documented. But if I travel somewhere, for instance, so let's say on my drone here now, I've got like, so this is 128 gigs, but when I started filming, I had a memory card that was like 64 gig for film, 32 for audio. I'm not filling up my memory card with people being racist or just like, you know, that's not what I'm there to do. What I'm there to do is prioritize the stuff I need to get, and that's what I fill up my memory card with. So I was kind of like, look, I can't really relate because that's not my priority. My priority is to show some beautiful places, and every town has their own beautiful landmarks. They have their own culture, their own history, their own way of doing things, maybe even secret dishes, maybe even some special type of music or theater or whatever it is. They have something in each town. I wanted to put something that was very, think of it as like, I guess, Top Gear without the nonsense, but the whole idea of traveling the length and breadth of the country. And I wanted to do that. I really wanted to do that. Okay, there you go. Attenborough style documentary, obviously not with animals, but we're just traveling throughout the UK and voiceover and footage. But it was going to be more of like a contained crew kind of show. And yeah, I wanted to start as far as you can and then come back towards obviously London and the rest of it, come back towards the south. But yeah, just fixated on the negative side of things. And it's funny as well, because even with the jam, like I said, I've had my fair share of people telling me what I can and can't do, what I can and can't say, so on and so forth. And I choose not to focus on that. I choose to focus on the creative endeavors that I've gone through and the kind of the journey that I'm on and where I'm trying to get to. Yeah, so I went around in a long, but yeah, it's good to see my people are out, and because that was what I was trying to do. I was trying to encourage that kind of behavior, like go out and go to these green spaces, go out and climb those peaks, go out and go to the coastal towns and go to the beach and do all of this stuff that we do these things on holiday, but it's like, we can also do them here. Yes, there are times when the winter months when the weather is not as pleasant, but you have salt caves, I'm sure you have natural springs and stuff. Like all throughout the UK, there must be. I wanted to really go through the process of not discovering it, because it wasn't lost, but just kind of unearthing these things and showing them. And it wouldn't even just be for black people to watch. Like that would be ridiculous. It would also be about normalizing seeing us in certain places and not. It's rude to just come up in, why are you here, what are you doing? Like, the place doesn't belong to you, especially when they're public spaces. Like, calm down, so. But anyway, like I say, I will definitely put together some B-roll, show you where I'm at and what we're dealing with over here, because it's pretty nice, and it's a low wind day as well. You gotta love days like this where there's no wind to speak of. Good for flying. And yeah, some relaxation. I may even get some Foley of the sounds. It's sounding pretty good. You might get a bit of that exercise class going on behind, even though it's pretty far away, to be honest. And we got someone else coming through, so watch this. 2%, not long to go now. I was trying to keep up, as long as this is over 8 minutes, because you were only allowed to manually place your ads on videos that were longer than 10 minutes. So as long as it's over 8 minutes now, I think it does it automatically now, YouTube. So it chooses the best parts to put ads in. So yeah, go outside, catch some rays, sit in your parks, go on walks, if you can, that is, obviously, if your health permitting. There's like a little, what was that, a pond, I guess. I got some footage of it, so I'll show you it. But yeah, nature reserves, find one, travel out to one if you can as well. Anyway, Jay Mullings, Written Mirror, and Fina be out. Thank you for tuning in, and for everyone that's been supporting the channel, appreciate you. Lockdown's over, so I can finally be out here where I belong again, so it's good to be back. All right, take it easy.